So cute. Do I look like a mermaid? When I was in elementary school, I did the talent show, and in front of everybody, I sang The Little Mermaid. Like the look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Okay, we might have to cut that. Welcome back to Maxi's Kitchen. It's awesome to have you here. Today I'm gonna show you how to make shrimp scampi. This is honestly one of my all-time favorite appetizers, and it's so beautiful. You've gotta get the shells. Just Google baking shells and you'll find them. It's just like the most gorgeous presentation. It's so simple and easy to make. I think you're gonna love it, so let's hop right in. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna mince our garlic. Everybody probably knows how to like open garlic and whatnot, but I'm just gonna show in case anybody doesn't. So when you pull off a clove of garlic off the stalk, what is that called? I have no idea. What you do to get it out of the skin is you place the flat side of your knife down on top of it, and then you just smack it with your heel. And then once you do that, you're able to get off all of these papery bits super easy, and it'll expose the cloves. Get them all out of the kind of paper skins. And we're just gonna go ahead and mince that garlic. I also find when you smash the cloves, it's easier to mince because they're already like partially broken apart. So what I do is hold your hand on kind of this side of the knife. Tell me if this is like way too basic for you guys. Just mince like this, and I'll like brush the pieces off with the knife, and then continue to mince until we have them in small pieces. So then what we're gonna do is pick it up with the trusty bench scraper, which I love, and then into a bowl with butter. I think it's like 3 or 4 tablespoons, and then we'll just melt this in the microwave. Super easy. Okay, now let's talk about the shrimp. You definitely want to get large shrimp. I actually watched this woman, it was like on TikTok or Reels or something. Did I just say TikTok? TikTok. She works in the seafood industry, and she was actually saying you should always buy frozen shrimp because fresh shrimp, they just defrost anyways. And I actually love getting shrimp from Costco. I'll show you which bag I have. Let me get it. Okay, I have to say that I'm a little bit afraid that people are gonna come for me. This I think is like great shrimp, but it is farm raised. This is what my parents always get, and it just is really delicious, great shrimp. And I've tried some wild caught, and it's like kind of mealy. So let me know in the comments if there's a brand that I should be trying. But I'm sorry, this is a great shrimp, and you just get it frozen. When I go to Costco, I get like 3 or 4 bags, and I just keep it in the freezer, and it's amazing. And then what you do to defrost it is you just put it in a bowl, cover it with water, and then it'll defrost. Another important thing is definitely get peeled and deveined, just because that's a pain in the rear to do that. And then get tail on, just because like even for this dish, I like to leave the tails on. And what I like to do with the shrimp, since you defrost it in water, it still is a little bit wet, lay it out on a paper towel just to get them all kind of laid out in one row and all dried off. And then we're gonna salt them on both sides. Once they're all laid out, put another paper towel on top and just kind of dry off the other side. I know we're wasting a little bit of paper towel today, I'm sorry. And I've said this in other videos and I'll say it again, the biggest thing that will improve your cooking is properly salting your food. And I think people tend to undersalt their food, and you just want to make sure that you're seasoning, especially proteins, properly. So I'm just going to go ahead and do kind of a sprinkling of salt on both sides of the shrimp here. Okay, now for the really cute part of this recipe. I make them in these shells, and it's such an amazing presentation for guests. Whenever I posted this on my Instagram before, and everybody's like, where did you get the shells? I got them as a gift from my mom's friend. I think it was Betsy, shout out Betsy. But they're online. Look, like Google baking shells, and there's a few different retailers that have them. So look into that. So cute. Do I look like a mermaid? This is making my mermaid dreams come true. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna arrange 5 shrimp in each shell. Also, if you don't have the shells, you can totally do this in just like a glass baking dish or whatever. And the way I like to do it is I like to kind of like twirl them around themselves. So the kind of tips will meet in the middle, the tails will all face out, and then I just kind of put them in kind of a circular motion in here, if that makes sense. There we go. So see how they're all kind of nestled in here, looking beautiful? That's why they're so great. Okay, now you're gonna see how fast and easy this comes together. So we're just gonna microwave our garlic and our butter to create garlic butter. If you don't have a micro, you could definitely use the stove. Okay, that was less than a minute. That was like 38 seconds to be exact. So yeah, just melt it together, beautiful. And then, okay, watch, because there's a method to the madness here. You wanna first put on the breadcrumbs, and be generous with the breadcrumbs because they get so delicious. And I like how they kind of look like sand too, isn't that cute? Like we're going with the whole like mermaid beach theme. But yeah, dust those breadcrumbs on, and again, don't be shy, do not be shy. Okay, now we're gonna add our butter. And the reason why we add this after the breadcrumbs is because it'll soak into the breadcrumbs and make them like so delicious. And then be mindful when you're doing the butter that each one is getting like a good even amount of garlic. So I just kind of scoop down to the bottom and make sure that each shell gets a good amount of garlic. And the final step is adding the Parmesan. And the reason why we do this on top is because it'll get like kind of a little bit of a golden brown crust. So that's why I told you there was an order in which we do these things. And you'll see the shrimp will get like so beautiful and pink once they're cooked. Okay, hello from the oven area. Now we're gonna bake them at 375 for about 15 minutes. If you're having guests over and you're doing this for a dinner party, you can get them to this step. And then right when guests arrive, pop them in the oven, and then you've got a hot app coming out. So love this one for a dinner party. Okay, into the oven. Okay, timer went off, so we're taking our shrimp out. Beautiful. Look how gorgeous they are. Shrimp scampi shells. Love them. Okay, one other really quick tip for lemon, to get like a really cute looking slice, you can just slice down the side like this, and then I think it's called the cheek of the lemon, and I feel like it just looks super like classy and fancy, so you can serve them like that. You don't get the most mileage out of your lemon doing this, but it's pretty. I've got a special guest here for the taste test. This is my house guest and one of our best friends, or maybe best friend ever. He officiated our wedding. This is Laz, and he's gonna taste test. He's a really great eater around the house, which we appreciate.
This is one of my favorites.
Adding our lemon. I know, so good, right? He's had it before because, I don't lie, I told you this is a go-to of mine. Like, so good. I know I say that about everything, but, and like, how easy was it, right?
And then the shells, it's such a good presentation, but it's also so easy just to distribute them.
Yeah.
As like an appetizer.
And like the little tails are on the outside, so it's like super easy to grab. Just perfect. Get the shells, and I'm telling you, you're gonna make this again and again because it's so easy. Like and subscribe.
Delicious.
Sending lots of love.
Bye.